Welcome everyone to another edition of Gamer Logic, and on this episode I'll be discussing, was I able to successfully secure a PlayStation 5 pre-order? Watch on to find out. So hey everyone, hope you're doing great, and today is September 17th. It is a Thursday at 7:02 p.m. and PlayStation 5 craziness, right? Yesterday they came out with the news, they as in Sony came out with the news that the PlayStation 5 console was going to be coming out in November 12th of 2020, and that pre-orders were going to be available to start today to get that coveted, I believe it's $399 and $499 model systems of the PlayStation 5. The cheaper model being the model without the disc drive, and the more expensive model being the one with all the wonderful bells and whistles, right? So, you know, I've always kind of been a console gamer for the most part, with one really far back exception. In the mid to late 90s I became like a straight up PC gamer, switched back to consoles after the launch of the original PlayStation, and never really looked back from there. Like, I play PC games, but my idea of playing a video game is sitting down on the comfy couch, grabbing a controller, and just playing a game, right? And I know you can kind of do that from a PC regard too. PC will always be the most powerful, the graphics will always look the best, etc., etc. But I'm a console guy. And I also really have no brand loyalty. I play the latest Nintendo systems, I play the classic Nintendo systems, I play the modern Sony consoles, the classic Sony consoles. Same thing with Xbox. At the end of the day, I like my games, and every platform has its pros and cons, and I eventually end up picking them all up anyway. So what the hell's the difference, right? I can pick them up now, or I can pick them up later, and they'll probably have a whole bunch of revisions and all that stuff. And so fast forward, of course, to me waking up this Thursday morning and seeing the news that the PlayStation pre-orders leaked early. One retailer decided to start opening up pre-orders late last night, and what did the other retailers do? They follow suit. So Amazon, Walmart, Target, GameStop started opening things up for pre-orders for the PlayStation 5 last night, and all of a sudden, oops, all the PlayStation 5 pre-orders are sold out. So I woke up seeing all this stuff on Amazon and all this stuff on Target and Walmart, how they were sold out, and started following the social media networks to see what happened. And of course you see the horror stories, and there were people that waited up like all night and constantly was checking pages to try to get a hold of the PlayStation 5 console. And they weren't able to do so. So even if you stayed up all night and you were following those social media feeds, there just wasn't a whole lot out there to pick up. And of course, scalpers are out there too. So to answer the question, did I get a PlayStation 5 pre-order in, at least for the first wave? The answer to that, unfortunately, is no. But I say unfortunately to a very, very small degree, because you know, at the end of the day, I want the new console, but to me, it's almost that the most exciting feature of it is the fact that it can play like 99% of the PlayStation 4 library. Like, I still have a crap ton of games to go through on the PlayStation 4. I really wish it was backwards compatible with the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. I mean, we're at such a high-powered console age at this point. Like, why can't we have that, right? Why can't we have all of that in just one beautiful machine? I mean, Xbox does a fantastic job of having backwards compatibility with their stuff, and their library comes nowhere near as close in the slew of quality games, just for the simple fact that Sony's been around forever, right? But that's one thing I extremely appreciate about the Xbox systems. I mean, I just picked up Deadly Premonition, and I'm playing it on Xbox One. It works great, and it's being upscaled to 4K. works great. You know, I would love to be able to do that same feature and functionality just like we could with the PlayStation 3 back in the day. But stuff started getting weird even then with Sony's backwards compatibility. But that's the bummer, right? Like, why am I excited about the PlayStation 5 when the most exciting thing about it is the fact that I can play my PlayStation 4 games? To me, that's kind of easy to spot at when you look at the launch library that's coming out, the launch games that are coming out for PlayStation 5. None of them, none of them are system sellers to me. And it's rare that you get a console with a system seller game in the first place, but you know, I know there's the Sackboy game coming out. I know that the Demon Souls or Dark Souls remaster. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not a Souls guy, right? So those games don't appeal to me, and I don't even know if that's actually available as a launch title. But the list of launch titles for this thing, it kind of sucks in my honest opinion, at least to me. Nothing appeals to me at all. When the biggest appeal to me out of all of those games is Devil May Cry 5 with ray tracing, it's not a huge win for me. So as bummed out as I am that I didn't get a PlayStation 5 pre-order, it's really not the end of the world, because I seriously think the most exciting things that are coming out this year is on current gen. Cyberpunk, right? And I know there's supposed to be a next gen version of that. I don't even know if that's launching with those systems. Like, that's kind of how out of touch I am with like the next generation of consoles, which should, I guess, kind of tell you right there. And again, I still use my modern Xbox and my PlayStation 4, you know, whenever I can, more as media machines, sometimes as gaming machines, but I still use them. But even on the Xbox side of things, the launch lineup isn't that exciting. Now, am I going to go try to pre-order an Xbox? Hell yeah, I am. Like I said, this is going to happen. I'm just going to do it. And then I can take my Xbox One X and bring that up here into the game room and replace my Xbox X. And with all that, getting an Xbox Series X, that's the most confusing thing about Xbox. I mean, at least I can count up when it comes to PlayStation. So, the opportunity comes up that I can get a pre-order for the PlayStation 5 despite the lack of launch games. Yeah, I am still going to get it, but I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Why are you interested in the PlayStation 5? Why are you going to pick one up? What games really stand out to you? For me, again, there's nothing in the launch lineup that super excites me, but I can say the same thing for the Xbox Series X. I think that's right. So let me know your thoughts. In the meantime, I'm going to check and see when I can pre-order a Xbox Series X and see what happens with the PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.